Hello Space Explorers, in today's video we're going to show you how I helped my friend Popcat get the ICARUS orb. Popcat and I met on Earth, and soon took off for the mission. Besides Popcat wanting the ICARUS orb, I also wanted to get the sun onyx. So, we set off together towards our goals. I recommended to Popcat that he get the cake from the ISS, but he told me that he didn't have access to Module 3 of the station yet. Our friends King Smiley and King Cream showed up, and that sure brought us good luck. So we decided to go to the moon so he could get an apple. After all, you can't mess with the sun, and the apple could save Popcat's life. Then it was time to take him to the moon base to get a good apple to eat at the right time, if necessary. Popcat jumped out of my savior and ran to the moon base. I landed the ship and waited. As we depart, ship traffic has begun to pick up, with Liam and Nova Green piloting their orbiters, King Smiley in his vortex, Captain Daniel arriving with his shuttle, and King Cream with clips. There was still Rientois coming in an orbiter, and we had some collisions, but no damage as you see. So we set the controls for the heart of the sun. On the way we agreed on the rules of the mission. Near ICARUS, Popcat would have to guide me to the orb since I can't see it. And he would have to cut the rope to get the ICARUS orb to avoid glitches or errors. Sun onyx is one of the most profitable resources in Space Simulator on Roblox. Our friend CuteXolity noted this in a comment. First, it's relatively close to Earth. Second, if you go to the Centaurs and find these modules I have, you'll be well protected. So we finally reached the danger zone, near ICARUS. And we arrived, and tried to act as expected. King Cream was there mining the sun onyx. As we were already in ICARUS, we tried to act within the agreed terms. So as Popcat jumped off the savior, I watched, ready to save him if necessary. However, things soon got tense. A strange glitch started happening to Popcat. My movements seemed to affect his. So I decided to turn the savior towards ICARUS and stop, so Popcat would have a better chance. At this point, all I could do was root for him. I decided I would only move if he got really low on heat, to the point of oofing. Then I heard the sound of him eating the apple and realized that my movements were indeed affecting his, and I pointed to ICARUS to try to help him. From what I was observing, I thought he would make it, but at the moment everything was uncertain. Then I moved again to stick him on ICARUS, where I thought the orb was. And I saw that things were difficult for him. Popcat called for an SOS, but I couldn't move anymore, or he wouldn't get the ICARUS orb. Then I saw that Popcat had managed to get the orb. But my movements continued to affect him, so even though I wanted to help, I could only keep my cool and wait for him to stop, hoping he would succeed. It seems like time has stopped in the worst way at this moment. But Popcat proved to be a brave space explorer, and he arrived at the savior to be protected by the ship. Time for me to get the sun onyx, since Popcat was already on the ship, and therefore safe, and my ship is well protected by the modules. I did it very calmly and slowly. At this point, I want to note that in my opinion, after Sauron updated the jetpack, mining sun onyx became much easier. Movements became more agile and precise. Back to savior. Time to return to Earth. At full speed. This mission made me think a little, and I decided that I will probably help more players more often to get orbs. Excluding the gas giants, Halley's Comet and Maquey, as these require a lot of time, which unfortunately I don't have. But there is an important caveat. I can only help each player, by chance, and only in one orb, so as not to affect the balance of the game. Unfortunately, it will not always be possible to help. From what I explained, I simply have little time, and I also need to grind, like any other player. We are already approaching Earth, and there is the ICARUS orb that Maquey caught in style, even with the glitch. A remarkable achievement. So there is Earth, where we will have our rewards. It's time for Maquey to deliver the orb. Okay, let's celebrate. Looks like King Cream and King Smiley are back and will be joining us. And I still have my son Onyx to give to Martin. Cool, I got 20% more credits for playing with a friend. Mission accomplished. I hope you enjoyed our adventure with Savior. There will be more like it, using Savior to help friends. Please find King for speeding near Earth. See you, Space Explorers.